Gotcha. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out the 2017 viral moment here. You just kind of go in, you got this thing, you guys are funny, but it's for real at the same time, it sounds like. And then you get the recording, we're like, why don't we just come up with something funny that no one's doing and post it on social media and it'll just blow up. Is that like the thought process behind that?
Dude, I mean, the first one, like we didn't even post the first one. We went in, petition for the statue of Paul. The San Clemente Times posted that on their Facebook and it blew up from there.
Gotcha.
And because it's like public record, so that one just blew up so we were just doing it for the sake of doing it. And then and then the sort of notoriety came with it. And that like JT was saying, it's like been tough to balance like the allure of money and hoes with
right.
Just being straight up, a hero for the people.
I mean, you can do both at the same time. Why not? You can get the money and hose and then just, go out in the streets. And how old were you guys when y'all did that video?
30.
30? Hey, all good, baby. I'm closer to 30 than I am 20, my guy. I'm feeling it in my chest a little bit, dude. That's funny. So then after that, it just, what is, are you guys doing stand up while doing that? Or does stand up come after that? The notoriety comes after that? Or what's the vision at that point in time, I guess?
We were already doing stand up. I think it was kind of an accident. I think Chad had more of a clear vision of it, of like doing kind of like a bro Borat. And then I tagged on and we kind of saw that there was a lot of novelty and something very genuine and sweet about bros who wanted to make the world better. And then it kind of just like the vision came to us, but it was like it came to us. We didn't come to it. Like we kind of saw a pathway and we were like, oh, that's the thing to do. And fortunately, we had been working in comedy and in entertainment for a while, so we kind of had a skill set that could, make it work, and we had people we could work with and stuff like that. So it was kind of an accident, but like one that we were prepared for, and more accidental for me. I think Chad had a clear vision of how it would fit into, people singing and stuff.
So you guys aren't working 9 to 5s at this point, or are you still working 9 to 5s, or just trying to make it into that aspiring stand-up comedian than social media per se?
Today or then?
Then.
Good.
You go, baby.
I was running a surf school, so it was just me. But I was teaching surf lessons in Manhattan Beach. So that was my day job.
I had been working in locations on TV shows, and then I quit because I was doing too much Adderall, and then I was driving an Uber.
Yeah.
And but then I crashed.
How'd you crash, dude?
I was helping Chad shoot a video at a Coachella, and then he went home, and I'd always heard like the way Uber drivers would talk about Coachella, it was like, like the lost city of Z. They're like, there's gold for miles. It just makes so much money. And I was like, hell yeah. So I just drove for like 48 straight hours, and then I was tired on my way home, wasn't paying attention, and just banged into the back of someone's car. And so I stopped driving Uber after that because I didn't have a car.
It happens. And then, okay, so I don't want to stay on this topic too long because this feel like you guys are like, why does he ask so many questions about this? So what do you guys do? You move in together and you kind of come up with this game plan. You keep working. Like what happens after that?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of always flown by the seat of our pants. Shout out Maverick. Like the TV show came along, we like prepped for that, and it's kind of been like we had, we were doing the activism stuff, and then that sort of gave rise to the opportunity for a TV show, and that was sort of always on our minds. Right. But then as things, we've kind of we started our podcast, and then started touring. It wasn't. It's kind of there wasn't much planning in it. It was more kind of like, as things came along, we're like, oh, that's a good thing to start pursuing. Let's do that.
Right.
There wasn't like a big sort of master plan, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And then you started the podcast before now everyone's podcasting. Any thoughts there with just people blowing up that have popularity that are just running the podcast game now? Because we started in 2019, right? So we're seeing it all the time now, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's such an oversaturated medium. I remember like when they first came out, it was such a breath of fresh air because it was like the first long form conversation that had kind of existed because TV and radio was so pared down for the most part, besides like Howard Stern or Fresh Air. And then now, I don't know. I'm curious what the next thing is, I guess. Like what the next medium is going to be. I'm not sure. Do you have any inkling on that?
I don't. No, I don't. Well, I always just tell people like we're not popular, we're not famous, dude. We just try to get good guests on and just build a resume. For you guys, a little bit different, but then when we see, like a call, I guess like an Alex Earl or somebody popping off, it's like they just have all the resources to do that, and we kind of don't stand a chance. I don't know what is next. No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I mean, I still listen to podcasts I listen to podcasts more. Like I love Theo's podcast. I love, I love sort of the Rogan, Theo.
Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, Schultz. Dude, I like to get into some ghost stuff,
Yeah. I just saw you guys had on the I guess the Ghost Hunter on the last episode.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I don't know how much it vibes with other people, but for me, I love it.